Picture this. You're talking to someone you like. The conversation is flowing. There's laughter, eye contact, that subtle tension in the air, and then he says something. Something that instantly kills the mystery. The energy shifts, not because he's a bad guy, not because he did something terrible, but because he revealed something too early. Here's something most men never realize. Attraction isn't just about honesty. It's about timing, emotional awareness, and psychological tension. Smart men understand something that most guys miss. Not everything that is true needs to be said immediately. And today, we're going to break down 8 things smart men almost never tell women, especially in the early stages, because they understand human psychology. And if you pay attention to this, you'll start noticing these patterns everywhere. Let's start with the first one. 1. How desperate they actually feel you're texting someone. Your phone lights up, your heart jumps a little. You check the message instantly. Now imagine sending this. I've been thinking about you all day. I can't stop thinking about you. Sounds romantic, right? But here's the psychological twist. When emotional intensity comes too early, it doesn't feel like attraction. It feels like pressure. Human attraction thrives on curiosity and discovery. When someone reveals all their emotional investment immediately, it removes the mystery. Smart men understand emotional pacing. They may feel excitement. They may be interested, but they let connection grow naturally instead of announcing it loudly. Not because they're manipulative, because they understand emotional bandwidth. People trust what unfolds slowly. 2. Their deep insecurities, everyone has them. Body image. Money worries. Fear of not being enough. You're not crazy if you have insecurities. You're human. But here's the thing. Dumping your deepest fears onto someone you just met isn't vulnerability. It's emotional overload. Picture this. First date. The conversation is light, fun, and suddenly someone says, honestly, I feel like nobody ever truly chooses me. Now the energy shifts, because real vulnerability requires trust and emotional safety first. Smart men know something important. Vulnerability is powerful, but only when the emotional foundation exists. They don't hide who they are. They just don't hand over their psychological armor before the relationship has earned access. 3. How much they want the relationship. You know this moment. You've been seeing someone for 2 weeks. Things are going well, and suddenly someone says, I think you might be the one. It sounds flattering, but psychologically, it feels premature. Why? Because human attraction needs space to breathe. Smart men allow connection to develop organically. They focus on shared experiences, laughter, moments. They let the relationship reveal itself instead of forcing a conclusion. Because saying you're the one too early doesn't create certainty. It creates suspicion. The question suddenly becomes, how could he know that already? And attraction quietly fades. 4. Their entire life plan ambition is attractive. Vision is attractive, but overwhelming someone with your entire 10-year blueprint can backfire. Picture this. You're on a casual date, and suddenly someone launches into, so my plan is to move to 3 different countries, start 2 businesses, retire by 40, and build a compound in the mountains. It's impressive, but socially, it can feel like someone is talking at you instead of connecting with you. Smart men share ambition in layers. They reveal pieces over time, because connection is built through mutual discovery, not information dumping. Think of it like a movie. You don't reveal the entire plot in the first scene. Mystery is part of what keeps people watching. 5. How much they've been hurt before. Everyone carries emotional scars, past heartbreak, betrayal, moments that changed how you trust. And yes, those stories matter, but sharing them too soon can unintentionally send the wrong signal. Instead of hearing vulnerability, someone might hear, I'm still carrying unresolved pain. Smart men understand something subtle. Your past matters, but early attraction runs on emotional presence, not historical trauma. They don't pretend the past didn't happen. They simply choose the right moment to share it, because timing shapes perception, and perception shapes attraction. 6. How much they trying to impress. You've seen this before. Someone constantly mentioning their salary, their achievements, their connections, their lifestyle, trying to show value. But here's the paradox. The harder someone tries to prove their worth, the more it signals they doubt it themselves. Confidence is quiet. It doesn't beg for recognition. Smart men understand social currency. They let their actions speak. The way they treat people, the way they carry themselves, the way they listen. Because real attraction isn't built through advertising. It's built through presence. 7. every thought they have about her. You notice something, the way she laughs, the way she brushes her hair back. Your brain starts analyzing everything, and some men verbalize every single thought. You're so different from other girls. You're literally perfect. I've never met anyone like you. It sounds flattering, but psychologically it can feel overwhelming. Why? Because attraction thrives on balanced energy. Too much praise, too, quickly can create an invisible pressure. Smart men appreciate, they compliment, but they keep the emotional rhythm natural, because genuine connection feels like a conversation, not a pedestal. 8. How much power she has over their emotions. This is the big one. You meet someone, suddenly your mood depends on their messages. If they text back quickly, you feel amazing. If they don't, your entire day shifts. Most people experience this. People experience this. It's normal. You're not broken. You're not crazy. But announcing it out loud can shift the dynamic instantly. My mood depends on you. That's not romantic. That's emotional dependency. And dependency can quietly dissolve attraction. Smart men maintain something crucial: emotional self-regulation. They enjoy connection. They care deeply. But their identity, stability, and happiness don't revolve around someone else's behavior. And ironically, that independence is exactly what makes them more attractive. Final thought: here's the truth most dating advice never explains. This isn't about hiding who you are, it's about emotional intelligence. Smart men don't suppress their feelings. They simply understand timing, pacing, and human psychology. They know that attraction isn't created through oversharing, it's created through curiosity, presence, and emotional awareness. Connection grows when two people slowly discover each other, layer by layer, moment by moment. And when you start understanding these patterns, you stop chasing validation, you stop forcing connection, you start moving through social dynamics with something far more powerful: clarity. And once you see human behavior clearly, you can never unsee it. Because suddenly, everything people do starts to make sense.